I am now ready for the last coat of antifouling, and yeah, as I said, I will now use the Hempel Mille Xtra in the original color from Bavaria, True Blue, and yeah, I think I will use 2.5 liters of this. The weather right now is not that stable. It is very windy, and it has rained here today, but yeah, I think I will go for it, and I hope it will stay stable. So yeah, let us see what happens. Today I am trying one of these mohair rollers. Yeah, it is a bit expensive, double the price of the green and the blue roller, but the surface here is pretty nice. So yeah, maybe it is a good idea, and maybe is it not a good idea, but we will see. When you are preparing to paint, it is really important that you yeah, mix the color very well. This one component color is not that necessary to mix so well, but when you are painting with the primer, it is very important to mix the paint well. I will say you must yeah, turn around in the color for around 3-5 minutes or so before you are 100% sure that the mix of the primer and the hardener is totally as it must be. Today I am painting the second coat of Hempel Antifouling, the Mille Xtra, in the color True Blue. I have again thinned the paint here 5%, as there is the maximum for when you are rolling the color on to a boat. A very important thing to look at is to look at the date. As you can see, there is standing the 9th month 2016. It means that the paint is made in 2016, and it can't or it can maximum get 5 years old. So yeah, it is very important to check the date on the paint, because if it is the wrong date, yeah, something like this happened. Yeah, it was yeah, a bit bad. I used some of the old paint I got with the boat yesterday, and yeah, it turned into a disaster, and I decided to stop before it went too wrong. And today I have some new paint, and hopefully it will be much better. I also use this, the yellow roller here, so I am ensure that the surface is totally perfect. I am now finished with the painting, and it is of course raining again. Yeah, I will say the blue layer here, or coat, was a bit difficult to roll on, and as you can see, I have not removed the front part of the masking tape, because when I remove it, there's these long things that is slashing up to the boat here. So I will remove it tomorrow. I have also painted the echo sounder and the lock, so that is painted with the one coat of primer or antifouling. Yeah, and yeah. True blue. Tomorrow I will also paint the drive there again, so it has got 2 layers of these allo safe, and also the brushing there. So yeah, a bit yeah, what do you call it? It is raining, but it is Denmark. It is now the next day and a lot better weather, but yeah, it is a bit windy. But today I have painted the brushing here, the rudder, and the leg, the engine leg. It is repainted again with the autosave, so we have two layers. Yeah, I have also painted the boat thruster drive, as you can see there. Bit hard to see, but it is painted gray with these autosave. The next step is then to get my propellers ready, and I have yeah, again painted the propellers with some epoxy primer. The front propeller I have only painted with one coat because yeah, it is a plastic propeller, so it is not so necessary with primer. But yeah, I have painted the main propeller with some epoxy primer, and then it will get some prop NCT spray. So but until now everything is looking very nice. The bottom painting or renovating project is now complete, and my next step is to mount the propellers. But yeah, it is just the reverse way of taking them off. But yeah, I will start with the sink here, I think. This time I have chosen an unoriginal, but as you can see, there is standing sink Volvo Penta or Volvo Pent. But it is exactly the same as this one here, so I think it will fit perfect. We have the new sink here for the bow thruster prop, and you can see we have the old sink here. There's a bit of a difference here, so yeah, it should have been changed for a lot of time ago. I have yeah, scratched the surface here, so I am sure that there is 100% contact here when I mount the sink. As you can see, it is fitting perfect on the drive here. And then I will also, yeah, put some grease on the small screws here, so it is easy to change the next time it must be changed. The sink is now mounted, and you must remember to take a reading, so you are sure that there is no resistance between the sink and the drive, because the corroding is happening through or what you call it, electric. The metals are behaving like a battery, and the baddest, or what you call it, quality will disappear first. And when the two metals are connected, then this one will corrode first. And therefore it is very important that you remember to take a reading between the aluminium and the zinc and the stainless here, and everything must be connected, so it is mounted the right way. Before you mount the propeller, it is of course important to put on a lot of grease to the drive shaft here, or to the thing there, so it doesn't rust together or corrode together. I have primed and painted the propeller here with the Hempel NCT prop spray. It is a bit scratched because I have used a very heavy grit sandpaper, but this year I will try it as it is, and then I will see next year how it is looking, and then I can always paint it again. But lot of grease, and then I just mount the propeller here. If I can, but it must be pressed on here. I have just mounted the top screw here and the plastic thing, and I have tightened it good with this thing here through, and just hand tighten it as good as I can. And then I will put in the lock nut here, and also tighten that up. I will not crazy tighten the screws, because right now it is secured on the drive, but when I screw in the other screw here in the end, it will be totally secured. So and some grease on the screw, and then I will just tighten it up. Oh my god, it is blowing like a hurricane. It is pretty windy right now. So but the propeller is now mounted, and I have also tightened the lock nut here in the end. It is good hand tight as this one here. So I think next year it is maybe a good idea to paint it here also. Woo! And also a bit more on the inside of the propeller. But let us see how it looks when it gets on land again. I have greased the shaft here, and then I have pressed on the ball thruster propeller here. Then I will mount, or no, I think I will screw on the propeller, and then mount the zinc in the top, so it is protecting the drive and the shaft and so. The lock nut is now mounted here, and the type here is one that is securing itself, but I have just hand tightened it good, and people say that you must use some Loctite on your little screw in the end to secure the screw, because if you don't use any Loctite, then the screw can unscrew itself. And it will then fall off when the propeller is rotating. But I will just use a small amount of Loctite, and then I think it is okay. Yeah, and of course a small problem suddenly gets a big problem, but yeah, I don't think I will use Loctite this time, because yeah, I couldn't screw in the screw. So yeah, I think when it is such a big problem just to screw in the screw, then yeah, I will just put on some grease, and then we will see if it is flying off here in the season or not. So next year I will just buy a new sink again if it is yeah, loose and flying away. So because I don't like that the screws here, or the screw is almost stuck in the axle here, because if the screw is yeah, breaking, then we have a very big problem. So I think I will use some grease. So yeah, the screw here I just use to clear up the threads, because yeah, it is pretty rusty inside, and it is of course because there was a very bad sink attached. So yeah, something like this is then happening. The stainless is beginning to rust, and yeah, you will get problems. So yeah, then I am ready to mount the small screw. Yeah, last but not least, the sink is mounted on the bow thruster drive here. I have also measured from the drive to the sink, as you can see with my little calculator here or digital multimeter. I leave it on 200 ohms, and then I measure between yeah, the sink and the drive. Yeah, a bit hard to measure and film at the same time, but yeah, as you can see, 3003 is resistant between the sink and the bow thruster drive here. So I think everything is super. Pretty nice, with a new painted engine leg, new sink, and newly painted propeller here. Yeah, it is of course allosafe, the Hempel Prop NCT, a special made for yeah, props. And then we have a unoriginal Volvo sink. So yeah, a bit excited to see how it looks when I get the boat up again. So yeah. The bottom paint renovation process is now over, and yeah, I have a brand new bottom paint and antifouling. The price for the whole thing, sanding, paper, sink, paint, primer, and all the stuff, it costs me around $900 US. But I will attach the whole list so you can see what I have used and what the price is, and yeah, then you can do it yourself I think if you self sand the whole bottom, you can do it at the same price as me. So at such a boat here, it is pretty cheap